Liquid winged eyeliner. This is a pain point for so many women out there. Makeup artists and beauty creators here on YouTube will have you believe that if you just follow their tutorial and their steps, that you will be able to achieve winged eyeliner without a doubt. But it turns out it might not be your technique, it might not be you, it is your eye shape. And you might not be a great candidate to do this kind of makeup look, and I'm going to explain to you why and what eye shape that you might have that don't work for this look and what to do instead. Now remember, I've been a makeup artist for over a decade, so I have done makeup on all types of eyes, and I know a thing or two about this, and I feel like I have an eye shape that isn't a great candidate for liquid winged eyeliner. So I'm here to teach you what to do instead, and if you are a candidate that doesn't work for winged eyeliners with liquid products. So let's get started in the video. So why you might be struggling with liquid eyeliner and winged eyeliner in general is because of your eye shape. There are so many creators on here online that show you how to do beautiful winged eyeliner, really break it down detailed step by step and make it sound like it's going to be easy for you at home. But if you don't have the same anatomy as that person, then it's not going to work out the same. Just like I have one anatomy, you might have another eye anatomy. So it's really great to follow creators that have a similar makeup to you, a similar, anatomy of your face. So these are some eye shapes, and there is so many different eye shapes. There's no right or wrong. It's just what we're born with and what we have been given. And makeup is about balance and adding balance to the face and working with what we have to enhance it and tweak it in the way that we want to and express ourselves. So these are the different types of eye shapes there is. So you have close set eyes, you have wide set eyes. So this is about where they are sitting on your face. You have monolids, which are often Asian type eyes. They have different types, but some people have a monolid eye. You have hooded eyes, where the hood like this is kind of a bit lower and hanging over the eye. You have protruding eyes, so eyes that really kind of come out, sit very far out. And then you have deep set eyes, eyes that are quite far in the socket of your eye bone, orbital bone. You have upturned eyes, so eyes that kind of go a little bit up. Then you have eyes that go downturned eyes, and then you have eyes that are quite round in shape, and then you have almond eyes that are a little bit more almond in shape. So this is a visual representation of all those different types of eye shapes. We're all created differently, and that is why one eyeliner look and shape is not going to work for everyone. It's just not possible. Like, how could it work for everyone when there is all these different types of eyes? And then these are eye shapes in more middle-aged, younger faces, okay? Then I have a lot of clients with all different age groups. Then you have this photo here showing eye shapes on with a varying of age demographics, but also we have some older eyes here as well. So you can see that when your eyes get a little bit older, it is innately you do turn into a little bit more hooded or sunken eye shape. So definitely people with these type of eyes, winged liner is just not the best option. It's not the most flattering option in my opinion. So eyes that really have problems with winged eyeliner is my eye shape. You guessed it. I have sunken eyes. Sunken, slightly hooded with an upturn to my eyes. So the sunkenness is when you see my face. I'm going to show you my profile. I really don't like my profile. But when you see my face, my eyes, they're quite deep set in my orbital bone. This bone here and this bone here are quite forward, and my eye is a lot further back in the bone. And this bone here is the one that creates the biggest issue when it comes to doing winged liner on your lid skin. So this is why it's hard, because when you're relaxed, it folds down, which is kind of a little bit crossing into hooded eye. We can be a blend with different eye shapes as well. But my lower lash line here, it kind of goes quite up, so it's quite upturned or almond, but I do have the deep set effect of my eyes. So we have a lot of troubles with winged liner and liquid liner. Hooded eyes also have a lot of trouble with it because you just have that skin kind of in the way and making it not smooth surface essentially. Now, a lot of almond eyes, a lot of wide set eyes, a lot of monolid eyes and Asian eyes have an amazing surface and shape to do this gorgeous winged cat eye effect with a liquid liner product because they have the space. So I'll give some examples on the screen of their eyes and how they just have the perfect bone structure for this type of shape to be drawn on the eyes with ease without having to do all these little nitty-gritty tricks and so on. There's a lot of tricks online I'm sure you've seen about how to do a liquid liner on all eye shapes where you look straight ahead and you draw it and you go straight across and then you look down and then there's that strange gap and you connect the two and then when you look straight ahead it looks great. I really don't think this looks good. I don't think it looks good when you close your eyes and you see that funny shaped liner. It just looks very unnatural and it's not the aesthetic that I'm often going for or a lot of people of my clients are going for. They would not be impressed if I did this kind of sharp geometric lines on their eyes. So it may not be just the right technique for you. And I also think if you are one of these eye shapes that isn't a great candidate for liquid winged eyeliner, it's not a bad thing. I really feel that liquid eyeliner is a little bit of a dated look. I don't think it looks all that sophisticated and romantic and natural and just enhanced your natural look. Of course, if that's not the look you're going for, you're going through a bit more power, a bit more dramatic, then by all means do you. And then those looks have a time and a place, event makeup, nighttime makeup, a little bit extra. But for day to day, I don't feel like a liquid liner is the most elevated choice. I've got some images up on the screen as to what I feel is a lot better and a lot more sophisticated and luxury type of looking makeup is a little bit more of a softer line, a softer pulled out cat eye, but with not a liquid eyeliner. So that leads us into what to do if you have this eye shape and you still want to create a dramatic pulled out cat eye type look on your eyes. So the alternative is to do a similar eye makeup look that I have on today. I do not have an ounce of liquid eyeliner on my eyes, yet you can see I have a quite pulled out cat eye effect on my eyes. This could look quite natural to you, it could look quite dramatic. It all is relevant to you and how much makeup you like to wear day to day. This look is a little bit more dramatic than what I would normally do. I don't often wear eyeliner and a lot of definition on my eyes. This is not a day-to-day look for me. I keep it a lot more natural and maybe you could say clean girl aesthetic some way, but I'm not really in that category, but something like that. So if you have an eye shape like this and you want to create this, you want to do an outer V type of definition and pull it out. I have some videos I'm going to be popping up on the screen where I did this look to show you. So to create the outer V type pulled out liner, which is so much more flattering for people that have a big bone like me, this eye socket bone that kind of gets in the way for creating a perfectly straight line. You're going to use your eyeshadow palettes, the dark colors in your eyeshadow palette, pencils to make brushes to make all the work easier for you, really small, fine, detailed brushes. I actually show you two different ways. The eyes that I have on today are done in two different kind of methods, but kind of ended up looking very similar, but they are two different methods. So you're going to take your really dark brown eyeshadow and you're going to stamp that across your eyes in a way you would do a liquid eyeliner, the bottom line of the liquid liner, and you're going to blur it out with another smudgy type pencil brush. You can pick these up in so many places. This smudgy brush and the sharp brush really will help you create that effect, but it's a blurred out V, outer V, starting on the top lash line on the outer corner and also wrapping it around the corner on the lower lash line to create this kind of elongated illusion of depth and cat eye effect pulling out, but without using a sharp liquid liner, which I think as you get older, definitely I don't do liquid liners on my older clients because the eyelid skin just gets a little bit more crepey and textured as we age, and putting like a liquid black line on that is not flattering. It's not disguising that. It's not soft. And so using eyeshadows to create this effect, I feel like is a much better way. On the other side of the eye, I showed you how to do this without the perfectly sharp brush and just with an eye smudger, and then cleaning it up underneath. You can do it a little bit less precise when you first apply it. You kind of just smudge it in the general area where you're going to want it. You start focusing on building up the shadow and blurring it out up onto the lid, and then you take a Q-tip. These Q-tips that I have are actually baby Q-tips because they're a lot sharper and they have a lot less fuzz on them. They're really, fuzz free and a bit harder and sharper in my opinion. And I spray that with some face mist, or you could use micellar water, something like that, something damp, and then just go in underneath and clean up and cut it underneath to give you that elongated eyeliner effect. But you did it with eyeshadow and it's such a softer look, and it kind of wears better throughout the day rather than your liquid liner kind of flaking and potentially going crusty. And this is also an easier method if you're a beginner because you can manipulate it a lot easier than using a liquid eyeliner. This technique you can also do with gel pencils, gel eyeliner. You do have to be a little bit more speedy with this because gel pencils set. One that I really love from my kit right now is this one by Pixi. It's the Endless Silky Eye Pen. It's just so creamy, and you essentially scribble it on that outer corner V, and then you would want to take your sharp precision brush and start to flick and pull it out, and then take the smudger brush and then massage that over, and then start blending in a few more darker shadows with a fluffier brush just to get that ombre and that blend. And overall, when you put the shimmer glitter here, it creates this lightness here and this dark pulled out definition on the outer corner of the eye. And then do not fret. If you feel like it's not looking right and it's almost there but there's something missing, what's missing? Your mascara, and adding the lashes, focusing on filling up the mascara on the outer corner of your eyes really just finishes everything off, I promise you. And if you add a couple of falsies, it would be even better. Some falsies on the outer corner is what I do for most clients. It really opens up the eye and lifts the eye, especially if you have one of these eye shapes with the hood or the deep set. Focusing on lashes, even not doing this, not doing an eyeliner like this type of technique, the lashes really help lift the eye. So curling your lashes, really getting a good curl on your lashes is going to do wonders for giving you this cat eye, opened eye effect, especially if you have the droopy eye shape or aging eyes as well. So essentially that's a little bit on how to do this blown out eyeshadow wings. I do actually have another full tutorial on eyeshadow liner, how to do that, so I will link that as well down below or on one of the cards here on screen. It is a real in-depth discussion and I really show you in depth on how to create a winged eyeliner but with eyeshadow and the tools and everything like that, so you may want to watch that next. That's it for today's video. Remember, makeup has no rules, so if you still like a liquid winged liner, you rock it. It's not a problem. You do you. Makeup is just, it's fun, right? But I hope this video helped relieve some of your frustrations that you might have with trying to achieve a liquid winged eyeliner, and for you to learn how to embrace the eye shape that you have, and that just accept that it might not be the best option for your eye shape, and there is other methods on how to do your makeup and enhance your eyes with the eyes that you have. Comment down below what eye shape you have, and if this was helpful, I would love to know. And consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that. And if you liked this tip and this thought process and technique, you can actually get some more tips over the next 5 days. I have a free email course that will be sent to your inbox with my top 5 tips of all times that I feel like everybody must know to make their makeup and their beauty journey enhanced and improved. The link for that will be down in the description box. It's completely free to join, and I hope to see you there, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.